everyone. This is Cher from CHER&CHARLIES Personal Crafts. I'm sorry. Did you ever just wake up feeling like you were in another world? Like you just felt out of sorts, not like normal? That's how I felt today when I woke up. Yesterday, I went over to my daughter's. She called me over. Okay, back it up. Yesterday evening. No, wait a minute. The night before last. I'm sorry. My daughter asked me to come over and spend the night to watch my grandson. She got in a jam, which I did, and packed my bags and went over there. And as you know, I'm never feeling good. And so, but she needed my help. Spent the night. She lets me sleep in her comfy bed, which is way more comfortable than my bed. And so I watched my grandson the next morning, and I wasn't feeling well, and I felt really bad. He said, "Grandma, I want something to eat." I said, "Well, what do you want?" There was a lot of food, but he couldn't make up his mind. So anyway, fast forward, I stayed, and then I had a 2:30 doctor's appointment, which was a half an hour away. So then, I hit traffic, and I was worried about my grandson because I told my daughter I got to leave him home. He's not going to want to sit there while I get a test done. I did get the test done. Didn't get back till 5 o'clock. It was dark driving home, and I'm worried sick about my grandson. Now, he's older. He's 12, but still, you worry. Long story short, I came home last night. She worked until like 8 o'clock last night. She had to work pretty far away. And I said, see ya, had my bags packed and ready to go home, and out the door I went. So then I went to bed, and I could not sleep. And I was so tired, but I could not sleep to save the life of me. I couldn't sleep. I just sit and I worry about all kinds of things. Our future, children, you name it. So that was it. So I woke up feeling strange. And I don't know. I still feel strange. I don't know if it's the holidays, because I told you guys, if you know me, if you don't, I don't like Christmas. The reason I don't is a real good reason. If you want to know why, go back into one of my old videos, A Mother's Tragedy, and watch it, because I don't feel like getting into it again. But anyway, I don't like Christmas. But I used to try my best for my kids' sake. Anyway, I'm on here for a couple of reasons. I don't want to make this a forever video, but I just have this feeling people didn't get it with me making those trees. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to put it up higher so you can see what I'm doing. And before I do that, I am going to tell you that there will be a Christmas basket giveaway, all to do with Christmas. I tried to choose things that had to do with Christmas. It's nothing major. In fact, I just painted my basket and finished painting it today. I found the basket. Actually, I didn't find it. My cousin gave me a whole bunch of baskets from a church, and I wanted it to look Christmassy. It's a really nice basket. I took the handles off, and this is small, but this, believe me, it's going to be packed with Christmas things. And I will show you what you will get the next video. Don't put your name on this video. Wait till the next video, and if you want to be in on the giveaway, you put your name on that video, and I'm just going to write the names down on that video, the one where I'm going to show you what will be in the basket, so you know if you want it. And I will put the names in. I'm old-fashioned, you guys know that. I put it in a glass jar so you can see. I'm going to put everyone's name, swish it around, and call a name. That's what I do. Okay, so the reason I want to get on here, because I have a gut feeling you guys didn't get the gist of these Christmas trees. And I am so psyched about these trees. And Deborah, Abrica, I want to let you know, I did make your tree. It will be in the mail probably this week. These are the blocks that used to be like yay big for $1. Now look at the size of them. Look at the size of this, $1. I don't know what they must be really popular. We're making money off them. 72 blocks. And these trees are blowing my mind. Now, I did have these little cubes that I found, and I got them in the Dollar Tree some time ago. I can't find them because it would make my life a lot easier making these trees. So I'll be back. Okay, let's make sure you're running. These are the little cubes that I cannot find to save my life. They came in a little package of about 20. And when I saw them, I thought I was going to use them to make something similar to these Christmas trees a year ago. And then I thought, why did I buy these things? And now I wish I would have stocked up on them, because they would have been perfect. I got a tripod here, but it's very low and a cheap tripod. And okay, so here's a tree I'm working on, because I want to explain to you why I wished I had them. Because they would fit right into this little triangle perfectly, so that my tree would be completely centered. Unfortunately, I do not have any. And I went looking again at another Dollar Tree to no avail. Okay, so I wanted to really show you how I make these trees if you don't have the little blocks. If you can get them in your Dollar Tree, by all means get them. Pick them up, because they'll make your life a lot easier. You can put the little block right here, and it helps you center the other Django blocks to make a perfect tree. Since I don't have them and I'm not a perfect person, I'm going to show you what I did. Here is what I'm working on, and I'm lazy. I'm started to paint it now. So here's the stick, but I want to show you. Here I painted it truffle color paint, a Waverly paint truffle. Okay, and what I do after I'm done making my little trees. This is the glue I'm using, tacky glue. You can get it in Dollar General. Okay, what I do is I get my Django blocks, and it's a little more difficult if you don't have the little blocks, and you make a little triangle like so, like kind of they're pointing to one another right in here. See how they're pointing to one another? Okay, so then I lift the blocks up. This is the tedious part. Put my tacky glue down, a nice generous amount. Smear it a little bit, and then I take a little of the glue and put it on the side of the, I don't know why I did it on that one. It's supposed to be on the second one, but I lay them side by side into the form of a triangle. Just touch the edges. Do you see how I'm doing that right there? Right here. Just tap the edges. Okay, now I gotta fix it again on here. Okay, I just really want you guys to see how really easy it is. It's like I said, it's time consuming, but it's worth it. All right, let me grab more blocks. I should have had them out and ready, but I didn't. All right, so it'll kind of stick. And then take a little bit of that glue when you put the next glob of glue down right in here. Take a little bit of that glue. I'm using a dowel to do this. And rub it up against the sides of halfway down the Django blocks. You're kind of, so it adheres to the sides also. Okay, I hope you're getting this. Now we're going to lay them. And always remember that little, stick them down. I take my fingers and I hold them down until it gets a little bit of a grip. And this is what I mean about that square. If I had that little square block, I could put it right here, and it would stay. Could glue it down. It would be a perfect Christmas tree. But I don't, so we're gonna have to do what we can, because I definitely want to make the trees. And all right, so you press it down. I can always come back and lay something on it to get it to stick. Another glob of glue. You can use any color that, as long any color you want for the tree. In fact, I may do a white Christmas tree. Now I'm putting a little glue on the sides, so it has, the next block has something to adhere to. Gives it a little better. All right, and then we're going to remember that little block, and you're going to press down when you get it where you want it. Tap the little edges of the tips of the Django blocks, the little, right here, so it looks like a little block, see? And kind of press. Okay, then once you get down all the way, in fact, I'm going to try to make some tinier trees. You go all the way down like this. I really need to be on the ball in the next video. Okay, like this and like this. So I use about 5 on each side, so 10 Django blocks. You can do more, but for the most part, I use 5 or 10. So that's what it should look like. Okay? Now this one I'm going to work on later. And then once I have them exactly where I want them, then I put something heavy on it and let it sit for like 2-3 hours. But I'm going to move this out of the way and work on the other one with you. Okay, let me put this here, find a place for it, and I'll show you. I'm working on one. I'm going to make a little baby tree with 2 of these little dowels. I glued these together, and I'm going to make little trees on these little dowels, like so. So I'm gonna glue them on like this and make a tiny little tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it'll be the same size. Anyway, we'll see. I may not do that, I don't know. So let's get back to this one. So I would recommend you to paint your tree, your blocks, before you start gluing. But since I'm trying to get these done fast for Christmas presents, I'm lazy. I'm just like, got my paint here and I'm going to show you. I'm lazy. I just go ahead and paint after I get them all glued down. Now this, I started making this tree today, and it's been about 2 hours, and it's pretty much stuck together, even though I do see some remnants of the glue. So I just go ahead and get that paint on there, that, you know, in every part. Like I said, this would be a lot easier if I had, I'm going to do the back now, painted the blocks beforehand, but I didn't. Like I said, I'm trying to hurry because I have about 5 people. I don't have money this year, so they're going to be getting some crafts, and I think this is a wonderful little gift. I absolutely love mine. And I just figure if I really like it, someone else would like it. You know, you kind of base it on what you think. Not that everybody likes what you like. I made one for my daughter. I know the other day I'm going to mess up my paint on the other side. So you paint your tree and let one coat dry, and then I go back and put another coat on there. All right, I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're running. Okay, so I have my tree. I did it that fast. I'm going to say it took me 4 minutes. So you could do it, paint the blocks before. I just do it this way, and it's all painted. I will put one more coat, and then after it dries, after the second coat, I put 1 coat of Mod Podge matte finish. The matte finish, because it gives it the most beautiful glistening glare, shine, and it's just beautiful. I even put it on this here. Now what am I going to do with this? I take my scissors, and where are they? And I'm going to go get them now. Okay, so I have my scissors. Now what I'll do, because these are still wet, this tree, I'm going to cut it down to about here. Okay, and then once I cut it down, I'm going to let this dry though. I'm going to let this dry before I do that. I'm going to lay it down carefully. Once I do that, that's where the Django blocks come in again. Okay, so I'm going to pretend like I have a bottom here somewhere. I wish I were more prepared. I told you I've just been feeling so strange today. I don't know what is wrong with me. Let me move this paint. I'm a mess. Okay. So you're going to need 4 more Django blocks, I found, because 2 doesn't do the trick to get it to stand. Okay. So what I do is, so this, just say this is the bottom. Put this down of the piece. This is the bottom of the tree. All right, I've cut it, so this is the bottom. So you're going to take your Django block and glue it, and I'm not going to do it to this one because it's a waste of glue, to the very bottom, right there, to the very bottom of the block. You're going to hot glue it straight across like this. Then you're going to hot glue another one behind it, so it's making like a little stand like this. But I tried 2 and they fall over. So what I do is I do 2 this way and 1 this, and 1 this way and 1 this way. So you have like 1 here on the side, and then this really gives it a nice good grip to the wherever you're placing it. It gives it an, what's the word I'm looking for, everyone? I told you I'm having a weird day. Okay, so it would kind of look like this. And I'll show you one. This and this, okay, like this. And then you're gonna hot glue it, right, kind of center it like this. And you have your little stand. Okay, so I want to see what you're saying. So this is your little stand. This is what it looks like. And it'll definitely keep your little tree upright. Okay, now I want to show you the results. This was the first tree I made. And if you look close, you can see the little blocks that help me center my trees. And boy, I wish I had them, but I don't. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. So here's your bottom. In fact, I ended up putting 4. I didn't realize that. 4. I guess this one was falling down. 2, 4 going long ways, and 1 on each side. So did I do that? I think I did that on all of them. Yeah. So you're going to need 5. But for $1, you get 72 blocks. And I'm going to make probably 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 trees. 4 to be safe. So it has its little decorations. This is the back. Can you see the blocks? If you find them and you want to make your trees, grab them. It'll make your life easier. So this one I'm keeping because it was my first one and I'm just kind of proud of it. So this is my second one. And if you can tell, there's some, I put a little sparkle on it and a couple pine cones. I have little tiny pine cones on it. And as you see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 on each side. And I'm telling you, they stand. I'm gonna put a picture up of all of them together. So this is the second one, and I love it. I love the sparkle. See the sparkle? Okay. Now, Debbie, I'm gonna say her name right. Oscaso. It's Ocasio. She said, one of my subscribers, Cheryl, why don't you try making like a garland? And I thought, well, I've got these little tiny beads. That's a great idea. I think I'll try it. Well, it wasn't easy, Debbie, but I did it. And so this is my third tree. Now, see how we have the holes there? Who cares? Okay, I would like to have had the blocks, but you can even put These are little beads I had. You can put beads in the center or anything you want. I don't mind it looking the way it does. What I did was I wired up some beautiful little beads and I painted them. I kind of laid them in my hand, like a whole bunch of beads, say 10 beads. And I just pick a color, pink, you know, or blue. And I take my brush and I just paint them all over my hand and throw them into what I used was I didn't have any paper plates or anything, a coffee filter. Put them on the side. Then I grabbed another handful of little tiny beads, and they're really tiny. You can see that. Some of them are really tiny. And then I did it like another color. And then I wired them onto this piece of floral wire and stranded them around my tree. And honestly, Debbie, this is my favorite tree. And as you see, it's real shiny. I've got the, see what it makes a difference when you have the Mod Podge on there? Just beautiful. Now, if you see little strands, that's just glue. Just pull it off. It's just, what I do is I hot glue, not these, because this is a garland, and I wired it on there. But what I did with my little Christmas bulbs, is it bulbs or bulb? I don't know. Anyway, I hot glued them on. You can use hot glue. Do not hot glue the Django blocks. Use tacky glue, Elmer's glue, wood glue, that other really good glue. I don't know where, I have it here somewhere. You guys know what I mean. Don't use hot glue because all the clumps of hot glue get in between your blocks, and that's ugly. So that's my second one, and I'm going to show you a picture of them all three together, and I'm going to show you how they stand. Now this one here kind of wants to go forward for some reason, but it's okay. They do stand. There they are. They're standing. Okay, no problem. Just try to make it as straight as possible. When you put your little blocks down, make sure it's straight as possible to the bottom of the wood so that it doesn't like tip over like some of mine are. Like this one's a little wiggly, which I could probably sand it down and make it so it's okay, but it's fine. It still stands. It's just a little wiggly. It could be my table though. Okay. Okay, so before we go, remember this? Well, I've been doing a little painting on my glass vase I got in Dollar Tree, and I am selling this one because one of my neighbor's healthcare workers asked me to make her one, and I'm going to give her mine because I don't need it. I have enough stuff. So I put a little glitter on it and painted the snowman and some trees in the snow. And if you're going to paint on glass, I would recommend you put some Mod Podge on the areas that you want to paint, because the Mod Podge helps the painting adhere to the glass. So, okay. So that's it for this video. So next video, I'm going to show you what is in, I have two things I'm working on. I'm going to show you what's going to be in this Christmas basket. It is small, but trust me. What's that old saying? Big things come in small packages. I don't know. Anyway, we'll go over that the next video, and then on that video you can put your name. I'm going to say this again, and it's Christmas, and a lot of people are depressed. I am. I'm depressed every year. It's just in my blood. But a lot of people are lonely. A lot of people don't have any family, and there's a lot of poor little kids out there that don't have Christmas gifts, and it's really an awful world today. But you try to do your little part to brighten someone's day. So once again, I'm going to bring up my buddy Mike. He has a channel on YouTube called Mike's Cooking Studio. I will post it down here. And he is the sweetest soul, honestly. He does a little cooking, a little karaoke, and he loves people. And he's on there, I think, for his friendship and to share his life with you. And I just want to shout him out again because he's such a beautiful person. And I would just like him to get a little more attention. Let's give him some love. You know, if you want to watch the video, fine. You know, his little karaoke's are really good. I don't know if this video is going to be messed up because my little sweet, lovely daughter just called me. And I had Do Not Disturb on here, so I don't know what's up with that. Getting back to Mike. Just subscribe. Watch him once in a while. Reach out to somebody that doesn't have 1 million subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 20,000, 30, 40, 50. Give some love to people that maybe need it at this time. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so see you on the next video for our Christmas tree giveaway, Christmas basket giveaway. I think you're going to like it. Take care and God bless. And I hope this video doesn't get messed up. Forgot something. Please subscribe if you haven't already. CHER&CHARLIES Personal Crafts. I love to do personal crafts. Charlie's my dog. He's not here right now. He's with my daughter. He's actually all our dog. I love people and I love to make people happy. So take care and God bless.